Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I think things are sounding good. How are y'all doing today? I had an extremely stressful day at work today. Nothing apocalyptic or anything, but just one of those days, you know. So I'm a little worn out, I gotta say, but I'm happy to be here. Hope y'all are having a great day and a great week, and you know, even if you're not, I hope you can relax here and have a good time, and you know, relax and have fun. We tried, so we got an air fryer from the library of all places. Our local library has something they call the Library of Things, and you can get things like kitchen appliances, tools, other stuff. I admit I haven't looked too hard into it now that I think about it, but you can get an air fryer from there. So we reserved one like months ago. It finally became available, and we've been trying it out this week, and it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. We made these like buffalo chicken nugget things tonight, which were pretty good. We made fish tacos. We like kind of air fried up some fish with panko. Super good. So it's kind of frustrating in terms of like the one we got is not very big, so you got to cook everything in batches. So it's like you know, I cook something for my wife, and then, you know, I cook my portion after. So we don't get to like eat together like a normal meal. So if I ever actually bought an air fryer, I would want something that kind of allows for like more flexible cooking arrangements. Air fryers can be expensive, y'all. The good ones that we saw are like hovering around $200. So probably not something we're gonna get anytime in the immediate future. I don't know, but it's been fun to try it out and have a new like cooking kitchen toy to experiment with. So it's been a good time. I went back and forth on Twitter about what game I was going to stream tonight, because at the end of our last stream of Disco Elysium, I was a little unsure if I wanted to keep streaming it, because it seemed like a very... I mean, look, we know I love lore and text in video games, but this game has a lot of text, and it's all fully voiced, and I felt like I was just sitting there clicking through things and waiting for the voices to read everything. And like, I felt like I wasn't doing anything, and I didn't think that was necessarily the best streaming experience for viewers watching anyway. So I put a poll up on Twitter to see, you know, should I continue doing this? Should I move on to a new game? And the poll came out to a tie. So I decided a tie is as good as a vote for the status quo, as it were. And you know, decided we'll keep playing Disco Elysium, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the voiceovers to a, I guess, lesser setting. When this game originally came out, it only had limited voice acting, and you can actually set it back to that. So we're going to do that. I'm going to read the text. That worked really well when we played Tyranny a couple months back. So we'll lean into that. And this way, you know, I can stop, I can make comments, you know, y'all can interject, you know. It should hopefully allow for a more interactive experience is my hope. So we'll keep doing that, and we'll probably just, you know, unless something goes horribly wrong, we'll play this to completion. I mean, it is a really good game. So we'll see how it goes. As always, for this game, if you're playing on desktop, you'll be able to check my task list and character stats, and we'll be able to get some polls going for dialogue responses and in-game choices and that kind of thing. So all that taken care of, I think. Let's go ahead and switch over. Let me know how volumes are, as always, and we're gonna keep on going. Trying to remember what actually happened last time. We got a big lore dump from this woman. Right,
You're
her name.
back. Good. What can I help you with?
Joyce Messier here gave us a task to do. She wants us to investigate some drug smuggling. So that's a task. We're still looking for our badge and our gun. We, of course, still have an actual murder to investigate. And we're still exploring the city, basically. I mean, we haven't even... We're nearing the end of day one. And we have not seen all that there is to see of this city. So, we're going to keep poking around, I think, and see how far we get today. I think we'll be able to get into day two, at the very least, without too much trouble. So, yeah, let's see what else there is to see. Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. We did learn that there was an effort to revitalize this city into like a tourist destination, and it didn't work out at all. I mean, you can see how grimy and grody everything is. So, what tasks do we have? We should probably review that. Right, we're investigating drug smuggling. When we do that, Joyce will give us info on the lynching. We have a cursed building to investigate. That'll be fun. We have some tasks. We have some thoughts we need to internalize. We have some calls to make. So yeah, we have a lot to do. Again, we're just exploring right now, so nothing too stressful at the moment. We also have money for our hotel room, which is good because we can't sleep in our bed otherwise. So let me clear out some tabs on the browser over here. Make sure I got everything cleared out. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go through the door, see what there is to see in here. A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on, who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor. Well, this is the police. Open the door.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallways echoes with her cackle. Please let me inside. It's cold out here.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
Any more strangers? Interesting.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished. Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east. Or we can have Kim tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully. This is more voice acting than I expected, but it is less than it was prior, so maybe this is fine. There's no reply, just faint sweeping sounds inside. Okay, interesting. Can the girl up here let us in somehow?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Okay, no, she has nothing new to say. That's okay. But there was a door on this side. Well, if I can get to it. Yeah, there was a door over here. I believe it was locked, but... What does this person have to say? Can we talk to them? It looks like we can talk to them. You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing. Right. He can see down into the courtyard with the hanging body. So, actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you, buddy.
Is it really that important? All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name? My name? My name is Martin Martinez. Sure it is. That's definitely not his real name. You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you? No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? He scans the courtyard. It's silent, like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured and reflected back. Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging? If you're curious what kind of tea I'm drinking, we have the Bang Tea command. Exclamation point tea will tell you. It's a good one tonight. So we asked him, can you tell me anything about the hanging? I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Gendarme? I don't know how to say that. This is the problem with turning on voice acting. You don't have someone to pronounce the words for you. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away? We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday? Oh, he waves lazily with his cigarette. You already asked me that, didn't you? Is someone else investigating the lynching? Huh. I don't know. Did I? No, not you, he gestures idly. Some more muscular type. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down. Last week? I don't know, look. He points around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windowsills and dead house plants. Too late to do them any good. It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life. You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday? He sighs. I had a friend over. What kind of friend? It was my Sunday friend. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something? He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent. So that's all he has to say. Interesting. All right, we'll talk later. No, we won't. He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going. We have a low chance to convince him to stay. I guess we'll try it. No harm, hopefully. We failed. Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog. Okay, we're going to embarrass ourselves as a result of this failure. What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry? Huh? No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. He takes a quick step back and looks around, clearly disturbed. Listen, I really have to go. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail. Good luck with the investigation. He walks away. Interesting. He's gone. The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. So we just give up. He could be a witness, him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we've found the way in, we can ask around for his apartment. All right, let's do that. So in my previous playthrough, we were able to convince him to talk with us, and what I believe he wanted us to do was to come back at a later time. Maybe even on the next day. I don't remember. But then he did talk to us. So this will be different from before, I guess. Oh, I just noticed there's something on the ground here. A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. Oh! We got a key to the apartment building. Okay, well that was easy. This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments. Well, how are we going to find the right one? We'll just have to go in and see. Well, cool. That worked out. Can we go in now? Probably. Very quiet. Very quiet in here. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. Got some glasses. So... okay. So we have a separate inventory slot for glasses. This will boost our logic skill, which is good for our character. Not sure about the fashion statements we're making at the moment, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and save. So there's a door to the balcony here, which is interesting. We'll head up there in a little while, but let's go ahead and keep poking around this apartment. This floor, I should say. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. We were investigating shoe prints the other day. Apartment number 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. Oh, okay. This apartment is just open. I guess we're just walking into it. Interesting. Moss crawls on those bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Oh. All right. Drugs of various flavors, which is nice. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. So, right, we're still trying to find the smoker on the balcony. And we have Commodore Red, which will boost our physique but lower our morale. I'm a little scarred from our earlier play sessions where we only had 1 morale and we ran into several game overs. Oh, I missed something in here. Hey, money. Love it. Okay. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Satanists, perhaps? Some shoes on the ground with more money inside, randomly. Padlocked door. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the door says number 11. Let's examine the padlock first, I guess. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Interesting. Time for a little snip-snip. Do hand scissors. Okay. You seem committed to it, so go on. We have chain cutters. Do we have them equipped? want to make sure we do. We do have them equipped. Okay. All right, let's do it. The shackle snaps like a twig and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now. After you, detective. Thanks, Kim. Whoops, okay. Ah, yes, I remember this room. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. It's a bust of Krasmazov, the kind of communist-like icon in this world. A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Krasmazov. Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom? The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. He looks around before mumbling to himself. How fitting. I got some experience from that, which is interesting. Father Mazab, the hero of the working class. We're kind of going down the communist route here in this game, so I'm fine with it, to be clear. Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. He leans closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youths still keep the ideology going, it seems. I had a really hard time getting the word ideology out of my mouth just then. Photos of revolutionaries. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Got a shelf here, I think, or a drawer, something. Interesting. A bullet, one bullet, which is very interesting. And a lounge jacket. A bullet. What an oddly specific thing. So we got this lounge jacket. It's +1 to conceptualization, which we could benefit from. We're already high up there, so hey, why not? Let's put on the jacket. We're already looking a little more dapper. Look at that. Look at us. This is unfortunate outfit choices. Even I know this. Actually, how close are we to leveling up? Not very, actually. 30 out of 100 points. All right, what do we got here? Oh, a bunch of money. I can't really tell what this even is here. A box of some kind, maybe? Not sure. What do we have in here? You hear someone walking around rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says number 10. Let's knock. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. Knock again. You ever... I hate getting unannounced, like, knocks on the door, you know? Like, if I'm not expecting a package or I don't hear, like, the mail truck come up or whatever, like, just someone knocking on your door. I hate it. I just hate it. It's probably a social anxiety thing or something, but I can't stand when that happens.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
We've encountered several bugs in this game where the text has nothing to do with the voice that actually plays. Hopefully they fix that. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is the police. Open up. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. Okay, fair enough. Alright, what do we have here? Door number 9 is locked. What is this? This is a box with a postcard in it. We found 1 or 2 other postcards already. I think they're just good for selling. Alright, here's the old woman who wouldn't let us in. This This door has a ton of papers stuffed underneath, which is interesting. Apartment number 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. The graffito says a firing squad for the rich. All right, let's talk with this old woman here.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing. Oh, yikes.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. I don't know. I feel like the first one is kind of pandering a little bit. Condescending. I don't know. This won't take long. I only have a few questions.
Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residents. That's our logic skill speaking to us. Who are you? I'm no one, just an old woman who cleans these hallways. Do you live here? If you can call it living. She spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom. I have a little room upstairs, right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. She juts out her chin, eyes shining. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world. In some ways, I wish I had that sense of, I don't know if contentedness is the right way to put it, but acceptance? I don't know. I feel like I'm too restless sometimes. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony. Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right? She looks at the other end of the hallway. Perception. Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower. What's he in trouble for? No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Talk? The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath. What was so funny about that? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. She points east. He's usually home in the evening. Well, hey, the evening is now. Thank you. Kim turns to us. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony, see if he's home. All right. Well, I have a few questions about these apartments. Okay, these must be about the apartments we've poked our head into, or at least attempted to. Is one of the residents on a vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing. People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone. They probably just moved. Or died. Hopefully somewhere else. Who lives in apartment number 10? No one lives there. It's been empty for months. But I talked to someone through the door. Impossible, the cleaning lady says, shaking her head. I would know if someone had moved in there. She pauses, eyeing the hallway. Maybe it's those counterculture people again? Breaking into our house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? All right, got a new quest. Great. Young people, they're worse than rats, you know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans. It's true. Okay, who lives behind the padlocked door? Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good, I always tell them to study. Astrology. Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asks me to leave his drawings up on the wall. Oh, this is the communists thing. Okay, we're talking about the communists' room that we just like walked in without asking. Yeah, I think those stars are a symbol of communism. The symbol of what now? Communism. You know, the ones who support the working class against capital. Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital. All right, what can you tell me about Cindy? I don't know. Oh, Cindy is the girl we talked to the other day who is painting, literally painting the building red. The artist? She scoffs. Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leans on her broom. She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others. Ouch. Ouch. Ma'am, I'm sorry. That's all. Thank you. She mumbles some kinds of response, then hacks something into her handkerchief. Okay. Let's keep poking around. I have another door to the balcony. Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. This is just a straight up abandoned apartment, apparently. Waves crashing in the darkness. Someone has torn down the wall. Oh, okay, we can walk through here. Interesting. So there's an old fridge with more drugs, more money. An old grocery list on the table and checks. We have a thought about it. Our logic brain has a thought. What happened here? You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. I don't understand that response. It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here. Except the stuff in the fridge, which is true. We grabbed it. Indeed. 5 XP gained. Let's see if the old lady has anything to say about this abandoned apartment.
Give me a moment.
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment? The hell am I supposed to know? The cleaning lady shrugs, her mouth puckered like a dried fig. Another nut job, I assume. Well, why is there a hole in it? Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls. All right, fair enough. Bye. All right, let's go upstairs. Lady Game Guy, welcome in. It's the Sean reading hour again. How you feeling? I know that vaccine was kicking your butt today. Hi, Cindy. We made it to the balcony. Hello.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
You want to die? I'm sorry. I hope it passes soon. My wife was knocked out for a couple days after her second vaccine, so I've been on the outside looking in, so I'm getting my second one this Saturday, so we'll see how badly it treats me in comparison. Yeah, well, I'm doing a lot more reading of the text this time instead of letting the voices do it for me, so hopefully the soothing sounds of my voice will lull you to sleep tonight. Yes, us piggies have evolved, miss. That's correct.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms. That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint, it's heavy fuel oil. Is this woman gonna set this building on fire? Is that what she's doing? Red dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles. Or at least that's the idea. Miss, is that government fuel oil? What did you think I was using, Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself back in Jamrock. Fumes are bad for you, okay? Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage. Okay. Alright, well, she has nothing new to say to us, so... So much for that. Can we go in here? Is this her room? Did we just like walk in on her room? This is like a boiler room, maybe? 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Oh, there's pants. Pants are good. What do we have in here? We have money. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Right, okay, this is Cindy's room. The girl we were just talking to. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Okay, not too much to see here. I would imagine Cindy will be a little miffed that we just like walked into her room, question mark, without asking. Why is she living in this place though?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours? Oh, not only have you found my address, you discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal. Let's play dumb. Really? You're a miner? Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but it somehow never happens. Well, don't you have a real home? Does anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. Well, it's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now. Interesting. Alright, I guess it's all. Head up these stairs. Got a box. More money. The door is locked. You can't get in. The chair is new. Someone lives back here. I believe this is the chair they're referring to. Okay. I think that's everything in this balcony. So there's another balcony, however. So, okay, is this room 10? It is. So this is the room we were tasked to investigate by the old woman. We came by here, the woman said, I don't have to open the door for you without a warrant, so let's poke a little bit more first. Excuse me? Of course I didn't break in here. You have plenty of reason to enter now. I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. Oh, come on. There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. Hey, we did it. Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
The lieutenant says, nodding toward the unlocked door. All right, we're gonna meet someone new. All right, let's quick save before this. We have shoes. We just took them. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Oh, okay. Okay. Hypnogamma gives you +3 morale. Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. Yikes. All right. Let's quick save again and say hi to this woman here.
Satisfied?
My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand. That is a creepy smile, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really down with it, to be perfectly honest. Just adjusting something real quick. There we go. Okay. Tornado, hey buddy, how you doing? It's going well. How's your evening going? We are investigating a murder and basically poking our nose into places we should not be. We just met a strange realtor lady, apparently. Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. It's going good. Good. Glad to hear it. I had a stressful work day today, but I feel like I'm coming down from it, so... And after this stream, I get to go to sleep and do it again tomorrow, so... Exciting. Alright, let's inspect the passport since she's giving it to us.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Yeah, what are you doing here? She sighs and looks around. I need to get ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. How's this game going? Many crazy twists and turns? Well, it is certainly wacky. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying replaying it and seeing how things are different this time. The previous few times we streamed it, we had the full voice acting on, and I decided to turn that off so that I could read some of it myself and let things be a little more flexible in terms of... I don't know, I felt like I was just clicking on dialogue and just sitting here waiting for the voice acting to read it all, and it just felt oddly passive, so... we're doing it like this now, since it seemed to work well for Tyranny. I figured it would work well for this, too, so... But yeah, we tried to investigate the body. You know, we're here investigating a murder. We threw up explosively. So we're trying to get back around to trying that again. We've been tasked with investigating a smuggling ring. Of course, we're trying to get our memory back. We're trying to find our lost badge, our lost gun. Our character here is a complete disaster of a human being, so it's very weird and it's very good so far. It is an option. So I saw that there are 3 voiceover options. There's full, which is the default. There's psychological, which I suspect is your internal brain bits get voice acted. And then there's classic, which seems to be what the game was like prior to this big patch. So, yeah, I set it to classic tonight, so we're seeing how that is. I think I like the balance so far. So the previous tenant really trashed the place, apparently. I fuck shit up too, lady. Ha! She smiles aggressively. Sounds like you spent too much time undercover in some rock band. It's not a compliment. Yikes. Well, who lived here? It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent. She stops, hesitating. A sudden, serious look crosses her face. This story did not have a happy ending. Yikes. But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. Isn't it a bit late to be working? It is after 9 p.m. in this game. It is. She breathes in and out to the count of 3. It looks like some kind of special stress release technique before she continues. Everyone says that real estate agents don't do anything, but here I am, in the middle of the night, cleaning up someone's crash pad. So the sooner we get this over with, the better. She means you. It's time for the next question. So who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway? Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3! We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen, but Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. There's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall, can you believe it? She spreads her hands. And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone, the money's gone, just like that. She snaps her fingers. The sum must have been puny. My money has also disappeared, miss, in case you wanted to know. Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. So it couldn't have been that much money. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. This woman is, not really seeing the space around her, I don't think. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. If you say so, lady. I don't know if you've stepped outside lately. This place is a shithole. So wait, what happened with the wall? Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are unrentable. Both! Ah! She's still shaking her head. Manicured hands now crossed over the chest. Okay, thank you, bye. Of course, she replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Alright, well, that was... I don't know if anticlimactic is the word, but pretty mundane. Let's go tell the old woman what we found.
Give me a moment.
Alright, didn't find any counterculture people. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants. Oh. I see. She takes out her handkerchief and wipes her nose. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Okay. We've got a few different interesting responses here. I'm going to let chat, if any of you are watching on desktop, I'm going to put up a poll so you guys can vote what I choose here. Our options are, yes, the radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy. Or we can go with no one is coming. There will be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. Dark. Lax women and sexual deviants. That's who will come. Or, I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. Alright, we'll put the poll up. If y'all have opinions, give them to me. And if you're not on desktop, you can just put in chat what you want. If we don't get any votes, I might go with option 1. Yes, somebody voted for option 1. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. We are on the same wavelength. All right. The radio computer wizards are coming. Oh, I do like wizards. She agrees wholeheartedly. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates. Yes. Yes, absolutely. She means clairvoyance. Okay. Well, that's everything. So what do we get here? All right, we picked up some new shoes. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I believe that is a thought, which we can internalize if we ever find it. And then we've got jeans, which... I don't think we're going to swap out. Okay. I think 10 minutes ago I said we're going to go up to the other balcony, and I think now we're actually going to do it. Oh, hey, a thought. That isn't just a 5-pointed star. We're talking about the poster on the wall in the apartment up here that we just walked by. That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted... Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's about this pentagram here on the wall. Never mind. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words. Let's inspect the symbol closer. The stars and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, after half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Why is the star upside down? To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. So what's the deal with the antlers? The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it. I still don't get what that has to do with antlers, but okay. So why is it white? Because white is the color of peace. So what does it evoke in me? Oh shit. We just lost some morale. Gone. Gone is the glory. Of hope, only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one. I think it said that because we have been espousing communist ideals in this game so far, so apparently that's why we're the last hope. Oh wow, so many thoughts. Okay. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. That's evocative. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. All right, what is this? Breaker box full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Over here, the curtains shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. Ooh, spooky. More money. More money again. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Right now, it kind of implies that maybe later there'll be something for us. I don't know. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Well, that's cute. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. And this is the door to apartment 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. All right, and we have apartment 28, which is the one we're actually searching for, so we're going to save and say hi. This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door. You got it, Kim. No one answers. Looks like the young man we're looking for isn't home. I think our best bet to catch him is in the evening. I mean, it is the evening. He looks around, taking in the cold spring air. We should return tomorrow, after we have finished with our day's work. How about 2100? Does that sound good? I mean, it's after 2100 now, so... Okay, what do you mean? The smoker on the balcony, that's why we're here, right? He might know something about the murders. Don't worry, it's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this. All right, sounds good. Tomorrow, 2100, right here, apartment 28. He writes it down in his little notebook. Good, let's go. Damn, turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry, you'll get him. Thanks, Brain. I appreciate it. All right, let's leave. I still don't quite get what makes him run versus walk when you're trying to get, you know, from place to place. All right, well, let's get out of here. I think we poked our head here before. Yeah, the store's locked. We can't really do anything with it at the moment, unfortunately. I think we've explored everywhere we can at this point for today. Later on, there will be more available to us, but right this second, kind of getting to the end here. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty? Well, we already learned that they were trying to turn this city into a tourist destination. Right, there was a revitalization project in 49. The design studio tried restoring it to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. What happened? They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on the intersection. Then something went sour. He lowers his voice. I suspect that something was Everett Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. Let's just say nothing. The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It's frisky outside. Let's insert a coin. We have plenty of money now, so we can spend a quarter on this. Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal. Let's pull the handle and look inside. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab gray shape like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Very evocative. There are ruins of some kind. Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out. The lieutenant takes off his glasses and cleans them. All right. I think this is the... Yeah, well, okay, we can look inside, apparently. Oh, no, Yeah, we looked at this already. Okay. Did we try talking to you already? We did. Oh, this is where the old men were playing that game earlier, and we accidentally threw their ball away. Okay. Well, we were going to, investigate the drug smuggling operation, so we got time in the day here. We can still do that.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Ah, man, me and narcotics go way back. He folds his hands behind his head and leans back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? I don't know. But he pauses, letting the memory dissipate. Those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? He does look exactly like someone who knows about drugs. You're not wrong. I mean, I hate to profile, but you're not wrong. All right, what should we choose here? So we're investigating drug smuggling. We have a couple ways we can ask him about it here. We can say, do you finance those addictions with drug trafficking? We can just say, I need to get high. Or we can say, let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of the terminal. So I'm going to put a poll up. If y'all have opinions, feel free to share them. And I'm not sure which one I would choose here. I'm leaning towards, well, I don't know. We'll see if anybody picks anything. Leaning towards number 2. I was leaning towards number 1, so See, this is why the polls are good, because y'all can get me to pick things I normally wouldn't. I need to get high, and I'm looking for a dealer. Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me? Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense. Yes. Yes, we know. Speak his language, maybe. See if it helps. Yeah. Right, he does know we're a cop. So we could continue to play dumb and be like, no, of course not. Or now we can be straight with him. I don't know. What do y'all think? Plenty of dodgy cops out there. I mean, we are a disaster of a human, a disaster of a cop, disaster of a man. I don't know, y'all. One or two. My inclination is always to be like the straight shooter, which is kind of boring, you know? Okay. No, of course not. He rubs his jaw. Then what's your deal here? Oh, okay. All right. So it all works out the same anyway, so. Let me be straight. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. The lieutenant steps in. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration? Conflagration? That was an interesting word to get out of my mouth just then. Conflagration. So why are you still hanging around then, buddy? Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo. And it gives me time to work on my rhymes. A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with his cadence and his way of speaking. Alright, who do you think should be, or could be conducting the drug trade then? Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions. We would not say he's lying. Our brain is relatively confident about this. But we know he's a poet, and now apparently we can hit him with our best verse, so we're going to try it. Yes. Wait. There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like, a mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray. Whoa. He leans in, his eyes bright with attention. What else? It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion. Silent communion, that's good. He's transfixed by your words. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own. Dang, he grunts, unable to suppress his reaction. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself? I'm just a vessel for the muse. Right, but really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours. I don't know. What should we say, chat? I don't really know. I think I might be an actual poet, or yes, the words are absolutely mine. I'm leaning towards mildly bullshitting. Yeah. Okay. Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops are much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet, someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, see, they don't really get it. It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty. I getcha. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page. He gives you a thumbs up. You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words. Oh. Right, so in our hotel room, we had trouble, we had psychological trouble looking in the mirror at ourselves. So this might help us succeed at that. All right, cool. Okay, that's all for now. Oh, okay, we have a thought from our conceptualization skill. Why does art inspire you so much? It does, yes, but what is art? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication. Representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Would I fit into the art world? I mean, have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. That's stupid. Architecture is stupid. Such vigor. Already you express a sharp descriptive mind, ready to slice through the empty and superficial in favor of the sublime and the beautiful. Do it. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop. Okay. Wait, but I don't have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Yes, we spoke some sick rhymes to the dude here at the lorry, and we've unlocked the art cop, apparently. Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home. All right. If 50% art critic is what's needed to be free me, is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Exactly. It's not only your duty to catch the criminals of the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble. Heck yes. So we have another thought. We still have nowhere near enough slots for them all. I don't think I unlocked this many this early in my previous playthrough. It's gonna take me forever to unlock all of these. All right, let's maybe ask this woman about the drug smuggling.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Okay, she has nothing to say about this. Are the strikers still here? The racist is still here.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes, I died a lot in the first couple play sessions because I only had 1 point of morale. And I didn't have any healing items, so I failed a few dice rolls, and conversation checks, and I died and lost some progress, and it actually sucked. We've leveled up once, so I put a point into getting more morale, and we internalized a thought, which gives us another 2 morale. So it's a lot easier now. But I went with the Thinker build, which has like 2 health and 1 morale. So yeah, I was super fragile early on. So we're in a good state now, but I was questioning my choices for a little while there. All right, so we pissed off this racist at some point, so he's probably not going to be too communicative with us, but let's see what happens here. You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Do you actually get killed much or just fuck up and manage to die anyway? There are a couple scenes of actual violence in this game near the end, but for the most part, it's like you kick a wall and you have a heart attack and die, or you try to punch a guy and he like crushes your hand and you die, like that kind of thing. You know, you can definitely lose health, but it's not like there's combat, if that makes sense. Basically, if you fail a dice roll or just do something bad for you, you might lose some health or some morale. There's shit. I don't let anything pollute my body. So you smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics? You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mariza, Safar, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage. I hate talking to these races here. Well, I heard they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi, or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugo Grad vodka. Kokyo's not worth much, but they do know booze. Alright. Right, I agree. It is our responsibility to keep this poison off our streets, right? He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then... I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on his cigarette. Alright. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other camioneers have left. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like cancer. They'll be on my ass like ass cancer. That's interesting. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. So what do you know about those boxes, sir? Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags when some kipped boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. He takes a long suck on his cigarette, appearing to savor the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. They were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags. How could they know who broke the lorry? That's a good question. How did you know, sir, who broke into the lorry? What, aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? It's not rotor science, man. Okay, so he just assumed it's... He's a racist. He's a racist. He just assumed it was some other people who stole it, of course. Alright, if it's not you, then who's running drugs through the terminal? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Silang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He spits on the ground. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Oh, that vendor. The one reselling humanitarian? Oh, wait. Okay, let's go number 3. The street vendor? That guy's a lorry driver? Of course he's a lorry driver. What, he tells you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. Oh, interesting. I don't think I had this conversation in my previous playthrough. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner, then another puff of that cigarette. He's your man, all right, 100%. Well, now I definitely don't think it's him. I wouldn't be so sure about it, not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say. I agree. He grins, contented with himself. Sowing discord, man. Can you believe it? Can we look in here? What's in here? A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy, Grod-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. What kind of stickers and insignia? The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. So a Nazi, basically. A large metal pendant hangs from the rearview mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol. Okay, what about the back seat? The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Heimdall in the Lost City of the Pygmies. Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Kim grits his teeth. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. The lieutenant nods toward the racist lorry driver. Okay. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy? Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine. Got it. There he is, in front of Freet, smoking nervously. Hoping it's over. Hoping what is over? Well, let's keep poking around here in the meantime. Ruins full of snow. Does this old woman have anything to say to us now? Could snap our fingers, which is rude.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you jolted her back to reality. Interesting. I was hoping you could tell me that, ma'am. I don't know who I am.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
In the 50s. When else would you be other than the 50s?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
What a great accent. I have no idea what it's supposed to be like in our world, but I love it here.
Until you came along, that is.
The look she gives you is accusatory. Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Take a look. A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide-brimmed hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw is the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. Yeah, it's a really distinctive accent.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up. In all likelihood, it's a world that's only existed in her mind. So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning was perfectly clear. Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
What does that even mean?
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
They're coming for this. That is very ominous. Maybe kind of like a Romanian accent, but mixed with something totally different. Yeah, you know, like you get a little hint of like actual Spanish accent, but yeah, I don't know. I wonder how they found all these voice actors, because there are so many different accents in this game. It's kind of amazing. Makes me wish I was in the city and just in the melting pot of hearing different people talk all the time. One of the reasons I like cities so much. All of what? The world? The present? All right, well, I'm sorry to interrupt your dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow and she appears to take your measure. I like how she said 20 meters tall. Like, such an interesting way of saying that word.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Meth, it was a golden age.
It's more like methk rather than mesk. The Republic of Methk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Mundi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and as of recently an outcast due to its tilt to the far right. So is she a time traveler? I mean, what? I don't know. Okay, I have some other questions for you.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. So what are you hauling? Diamonds. Diamonds, really? Of course not, she says, grinning. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Okay, but what are you really hauling? She shrugs. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. But she likes being on the road? Is that what she means? I don't know what she means, which is what number 3 is. I don't think I do know what you mean. Of course you don't. Can I ask this again? What are you hauling? Yep. Okay. Okay, what if the cargo is contraband? Then it's contraband, lawman. What, do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo. Bad Hand Hermenegildo's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people. Yikes. Alright, I still don't understand this whole Boyadero thing. Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. A Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Methk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer. Okay, what is On the Western Plain? It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. I'm guessing that doesn't happen? Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the River Magritte, she pleads with him to give up his writing and settle down. In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes. I think I know where this is going. So the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him. Not where I thought that was going. You have to understand, a true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero. Alright, if you say so. That seems a little extreme, I gotta say, but what do I know? Before you seemed away? She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things. So, Kim does not think that she's a smuggler. You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Why is that, Kim? Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything. He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that. Okay. Well, should you be driving a lorry if you, doze off like that? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioneers around. I drive routes no one else will. Well, what routes? Lomonosov's land, Udachnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain. She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. The Trans-Katla Magistral, U-41A, as Estradas do Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. She opens her eyes again and shudders. I don't know what she's saying. I like how weird it is. I don't know what she's saying. Right until your dust, sister. Ere Mao, she breathes out. I already am dust. Alright, well, do you know anything about drug smuggling? What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see? What I feel? The great adversary? No drugs can compare. Okay. Who is the adversary? Yes, there's a protagonista. She gestures to the intersection. And an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hall. Yikes. The epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. Where could I get my hands on an experience like that? If you don't know, pfft. She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. Wow. You just feel that contempt just washing over us. What if she thought you're corrupt? Oh, maybe she thought you were corrupt. Would you be interested in smuggling some drugs, ma'am? Why would I want to do that? I don't know. The glory of the world? I don't know. Lawman, what in the name of God are you talking about? All right, fine. Are you smuggling drugs? Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. So you said earlier you don't know what you're hauling. So could it be drugs? She's going to say, yeah, maybe. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Sierra Marisa to Grad on the U-41A. What do you think they take from Sierra Marisa to Grad, lawman? Drugs? No, lawman. Diamonds. And we already know she's not hauling diamonds. Well, if you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs? Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. She squints across the square. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. Okay. Fair enough. That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others. All right. Why are you still here if you're not involved with drug trafficking? Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music or the seagulls, look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. She has quite an outlook. That is very true. Or I could just relax and let my mind carry me back to where it will, to the Great Plains. I think we're done here, no? Kim closes his notebook to stress it. All right, bye. Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Methk. Well, Kim has something to say to us.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I think Kim is ready for bed. I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet. Should take care of that then. All right. I think I have the money now. This is money, right? Show him the bills. Yeah, we're still a little unclear on the basics of reality here. He nods. I'll also take a room at the Whirling. One cannot get much closer to the crime scene. Okay, I guess we're going to bed. After we pay our bills, of course. Oh, the racist guy is gone. Interesting. We haven't been in the hostel here in a little while, actually. There are a lot of people here now. This guy was here sleeping in the morning, so apparently he just never left. All right.
Hello again, sweetie.
This was a super nice lady we met earlier. Apparently we can ask her for money. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Oh. Oh, sweetie. Her expression becomes very serious. I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks. What is a paycheck? You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke. It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everett, the union leader? Well, I can't get through the harbor doors. Interesting idea. This Everett sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket. We already got the money we need, but I'm just curious that this is giving us another path to that sort of thing. We can try tugging on our heartstrings. Let's try it. And we failed. Try to force a tear out of your duck. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing. Oh god, I'm gonna die on the street, aren't I? Oh yikes. Let's heal our morale here. Officer. He leans in so that only you can hear, but his tone is forceful. Get a hold of yourself, please. I think we might have lost a little bit of Kim's respect there. Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you. She looks distressed, even a little frightened. All right, let's change the subject. Oh no, I'm so sorry I don't have any money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna go. I should have saved before doing that, honestly, but... Officer, who is myself? Hey, Dame, how you doing? Yeah, we're still pretty confused about the basic tenets of reality here. It's all about money, you know? It certainly is right now, that's for sure. This guy was not here before, and also this door was not open before. Just gonna poke our head into the kitchen here. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. I missed some bits, but I guess Kim isn't being any more helpful. Not so far, but we are about to do our debrief for the day, and I think he said he would give us some more info at that point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, more money. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Blue door. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Let's try touching the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Oh, mysterious. Old cobalt paint. Rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe? It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. Interesting. Let's push on the door. The door does not budge. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? That's a good question. The winch outside in the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do. Yeah, I don't remember, but we'll take the game's word for it. Well, there's a winch outside, like that of a small elevator. Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. See, Kim is starting to come around to our way of doing things, which is poking our nose into every single thing that the game makes available to us. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it. The door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. It's hardly worth a title. He looks at the door, then you. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager. I do want to know everything. You're right. I mean, we're an investigator. We're investigating ourselves. We're investigating the murder. We're investigating the entire world, apparently. All right, Gart. You have your money, you jerk.
can I help you?
So about that money I owe you. How much do I owe you again? 100 real. Yeah, okay. Well, I have your money. He glares at you suspiciously. So we have 3 options for the tone at which we can proffer these bills. We can just say, here's 100 real. We can slam the bills down on the counter and say, I hope you choke on it. Or we can say, here it is. Sorry for the trouble. So chat, if you have any opinions, vote in the poll or type into chat what you think I should choose. I know what I'm leaning towards. I have 1 vote for number 3. Okay. I was going to vote for number 1, but all right, here it is. Sorry for the trouble. Hey, we leveled up. Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your monthly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. He taps his foot against the metal box installed in the back of the bar counter. All the doors lock automatically at 2100. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night. Wow, 20 real per night. You know, it's interesting. Yeah, I wasn't going to do 2, but yeah, I was leaning towards 1. So in my first playthrough of this game, I got the 100 real for the first night. And I spent money on stuff, and I was unable to afford the 20 real for the second night, which is actually a sort of soft lock in the game. If you can't pay for your room the second day, you just can't progress in the game. So I ended up having to go into an INI file or something and just give myself the money, which is what I did. I'm actually pretty curious how the game handles that in this big Final Cut update, because I feel like that was one of the few kind of... It felt unfair. It felt like the game kind of blocked you in a non-video game friendly way. I mean, you're told you need 20 real, but I felt like I didn't encounter all the money that I needed. But in this playthrough, we have that money already, which is pretty nice. So we'll pay that tomorrow, and then we'll have about 15 real left to do with what we want. I'll take a room here too, Kim says. He opens his wallet. Of course. Gart takes the money and hands him a keyring. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Well, I've seen a blue door. What do you know about this blue door? There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. Well, do you know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the freight warehouse, probably. Maybe. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk. And dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there, sir. Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. I guess that's fair. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals, and I haven't found a key. So good luck with that. After the animals, does that mean there's like rats in this place? Ooh. So I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yeah, it's not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. He tosses his head in disdain. They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly types, think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. We should find out who this loud faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. He gives you a meaningful nod. Okay, how do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks toward the booth. Men get hungry, even men on strike. You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Ha! It's after 1600. The sign said reserved starting 1600. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall? Good question. Kim turns to the cafeteria manager. They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching. Why would they lay low after the lynching? They probably fucking killed that guy or something. That's why. Okay. It's quite an accusation to throw around. The lieutenant thinks. I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later. You should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. All right. That's all for now. Okay, our brain has some opinions on us. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your capo type. Okay, there are capo types? Yes, gets what's yours. I was hoping I'm a superstar cop. That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the cool cop? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? I don't want to be the sorry cop. I'm not sorry. I changed my mind. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Okay. I'm really not sorry. Fuck off, please. Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then. Yes, you were, brain. Yes, you were. Oh, is he calling the union animals? Maybe. The context was not clear there at all. I'm not sure. All right, let's head back upstairs to our room. Oh, we need to level up. I keep forgetting to level up. So if we level up, we will be able to unlock a new thought cabinet slot, which will let us internalize one of the thoughts that we need to continue the story. So we'll just do that instead of putting a point into our skills. So what do we have here? Some kind of superstar. Socioeconomics. Finger pistols, which is hilarious. Advanced race theory. This is the one we need for the plot, which is unfortunate, to say the least. I wonder how long we can put that off. We can, oh right, we can become the art cop. That's right. I feel like I want to become the superstar cop. That sounds like the most fun. Also, the finger pistols cop. Pew pew. Let's do superstar. We're a superstar. Heck yes. All right. All right, we have so many tasks to do tomorrow. Oh, okay. Kim is running. This is the door to the room you redecorated. Good night, Lieutenant. Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe, and besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony. Okay, so I think Kim is finally going to help us remember things. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum and then...
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Kim. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. How did you get so cool, Kim? You mean this? The light of a cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will. And unhealthy. He flicks the ash. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Interesting. Yet were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit. Below it all. I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes? I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes. All right, fair enough. It's been a long and eventful day. Well, how do you think today went, Kim? Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hanged man, so we didn't even inspect the body. It was not our finest moment, that's true. And there's still much to do at the crime scene, too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough. Let's say nothing, just look at the city. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him, so that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. He purses his lips. If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? I think this is the game noticing that I double-click to run places. I hope that's the case. I want it to be. I don't know. What should our response be for why we run so much? We can say it's part of the Jamrock Shuffle. We can say, I don't like to waste time, you know, my mind moves fast. We can say, I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for charity. We can say, yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41. Or we can say, I don't know why I do the things that I do, Lieutenant. Put a poll up. Any of you have opinions, you can choose an option or let me know in chat what you think. I like how weird the responses in this game can be. I'm out of tea, which is an unfortunate state of affairs. And I feel like it's too late to make more tea, you know? Alright, I don't know why I do. All right, everybody, thank you. I don't know why I do the things I do. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those heels. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. I don't think he likes our shoes very much, is what I'm getting from this conversation. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. I think he's being sarcastic. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM? Is it ever too late for tea? I mean, you're right. Maybe we'll do that. We've been going for 2 hours, and my throat is getting sore. Yeah, he's talking about his shoes. I don't know why he said heels exactly, but yeah, he's talking about his shoes. They are very ugly shoes. All right, you know what? We're gonna be right back. I'm gonna make some more tea because Karen, you're right. It is never too late for tea. So I'll be back in a few minutes. And I'll let y'all know what I choose for as far as tea goes. All right, we're back. So, tea is brewing. We went with a Celestial Seasonings Sleepy Time Vanilla variety today. So, maybe Sleepy Time is not the best choice for streaming, but it is getting late here, and I am tired. So, and vanilla sounds really good and cozy. So, we're gonna do it anyway. So, I regret nothing. So. Yeah, anyway, right, perfect for night drinking, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, we're gonna let that brew for a few minutes, and we'll take a sip here in a little while. So, right, what were we doing here? We were debriefing with Kim, and we were just about to, he complimented us on our shoes, which I am skeptical of his sincerity there. And we were just about to ask him, what are the powers of the RCM, the police agency that we apparently belong to? They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Okay, that was a lot of long words. 1,000, why not more? You know what? I don't care. Okay, what else? We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Yeah, Revachol Citizens Militia. So you basically give them a paper telling them to show up to jail? How can you be sure the arrestee will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. Okay, and if someone resists? We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. So if I kill someone while on duty, you have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Yeah, I'm sure that's not abused ever, right? Yeah, right. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. You say so. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes. The last time was 4 years ago. He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event. Okay, so he's probably not going to go into it, which is fine. Have I killed anyone? That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility. I don't think I have. Perhaps. But Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of kills. He raises his eyebrows. Awkward. Alright, what happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government forces in Quaron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. Yeah, apparently we're working for the trigger-happy precinct. Who makes all these rules? Coalition government? Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the Mor Lintern more broadly. I don't know what the word Mor Lintern means. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It is a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. The world building in this game is pretty interesting. It's interesting, but it's well thought out, I think. You know, these little asides about, you know, is the police force founded by the people or the government? I mean, that's such a little detail that I certainly would not think to put in, but it's interesting that they did. Let's say it was the citizens. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Mor Lintern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. Is the Mor Lintern like some worldwide body then? I don't know. Huh. Or if they think you misuse it. Ah, okay, perfect. The Mor Lintern, what is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. He pulls on a cigarette. You know who they are. They've been running this place after the revolution failed. Well, what if I didn't know? How would you just... Okay. All right, one or two here. So are we going to say, well, what if I theoretically didn't know? Or are we just going to say, no, I don't know. I don't know. We'll put it to a vote here. And while we're waiting, we're going to take a sip of the tea, which I think is done brewing. I haven't really been timing it, but it's an herbal tea, so it's not usually something you got to worry about too much. All right, if I didn't know, how would you describe them? They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. Oh. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. So they're like the government on top of the government, sounds like. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They are DeLoreans. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. The Insane Clown Posse, yes. A separate government project. Very hush-hush, very secret. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. So is this like a theocracy, then? Very weird. All right, what is their symbol? Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that. Something kind and usual. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above. So who is Dolores Day? Maybe we'll get another bit of info on her. A historic figure? The author of the modern age? He thinks. You'll have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. Okay. Well, what do you think of the Mor Lintern? The Mor Lintern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen. He has a very pragmatic view of things. That's fair. I have an opinion on the Mor Lintern. Do you? The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on a cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Okay. What is our opinion on the moral intern? We can say we need them here. We can say they've done an awful job. We can say we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. We can be racists. We're not going to do that one. Or we can say, I don't actually have an opinion. So, of options 1, 4, and 5, what do you think we should choose? I know that none of us really have the context for any of these, but that's okay. That's what makes it fun. I don't know what to choose, honestly. We are stooges of the biggest bourgeois organization. Hell yeah, let's do it. No, we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes. Man, I have no idea what to respond here. Vigilante sounds bad. He nods. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union, vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. He looks at the roundabout. Alright, let's look stoically into the night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles. They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland. In Jamrock and the GRIH. He pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this? I don't know what the GRIH is, but okay, why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts. And in Jamrock and the GRIH? We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky. So, west of here, the cops are kind of respected, I think is what he's saying, but here, not at all. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... He shakes his head. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, this city would disintegrate. Okay, so we can respond optimistically or pessimistically here. We can say, I hope our investigation will help improve the situation, do some good, or we can say, we won't change anything here. I'll put it to a poll. I'm feeling pessimistic tonight, I gotta say. But apparently, y'all are feeling more optimistic, so that'll do. That'll do. Me too, he says quietly, but I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. You think he'd more likely answer the second, but you also think it might end your game? Well, do you mean from like losing morale and hitting a game over screen? We at least have some healing items now, so hopefully that wouldn't happen. But yeah, I am curious how he would respond to the other option. Yeah, I hear you. So is that it? We're saying farewell,
Yes.
good night. All right, see you in the morning. All right, night, Kim. Can we clean up our disaster of a room? Oh boy. Well, he was saying goodnight to us, or we were saying goodnight to him. Let's try looking in the mirror again. I believe we have another opportunity to do so. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. No, we do not know our name yet. God, this this portrait here. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face adorned with the expression. Well, let's try rolling the dice here again. I mean, this is our highest percentage chance, 72%. So we can try it. Let's try it. Hey, we did it. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Okay. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Millon. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, I'm absolutely sure I did not say that correctly, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression. So I adopted it. Why did I adopt this heinous expression on my face? Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. Boîte de nuit. Boîte de nuit. Wow. I'm probably still butchering that, but thank you for trying to help me there. Boîte de nuit. Boîte de nuit. Interesting. We're getting French pronunciation help. Nuit. Nuit? Nuit. Yeah. Okay, nuit. Perfect. Got it. Okay, we're getting it. French pronunciation is a complete mystery to me. I've never known anybody who speaks it. I never encounter it in my day-to-day. It's one of those things, you know? I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features... Oh, is this like a... Yeah. That's the sound that you make with that expression on that face. Well, now you do. Kinda. Yeah, it's true. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Millon's regional mega hit Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Oh. Yeah, this is the face of a guy who makes that sound and like finger guns you. So this is on track with our character so far. So I said, did I not just say this? Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix because unlike Guillaume le Millon, you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say I'm armed and dangerous. Apparently, the thinker. Apparently, the thinker character build is me. It is literally me. That's distressing. Okay, how long ago was the new? There's a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression looking good on you or anyone. 2 decades if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. God, humanity has run aground now. Doesn't it feel that way nowadays? I said I was feeling pessimistic today, and that just came out again, but holy shit. So, anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that. Does this have anything to do with the band Ostentatious Orchestrations? Not really. Oh must have just stirred in your mind. They're more like a disco rock band anyway. Okay. Oh, we gained another new thought. Holy shit. Oh, it doesn't have to be it. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne cork smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return? Interesting. So we have... Oh, okay. All right. So... if we had a higher skill in electrochemistry, we could wipe this horrible expression off of our face, but the chances are pretty low. We have some bonuses applied, but I mean, really, 17% chance. We can try. We're going to try because there's no harm in trying, but I'm not optimistic. Yeah. It's too late. Like an image on film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. The wind changed and your face stuck. Yeah. Yep. Apparently we can try to fix the faucet. Okay, let's try that. Hey, we did it. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Oh, that healed our morale for a point. Interesting. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Wow, and now our odds of stopping the expression are way higher because we stopped the steam. Interesting. And we can try the check again. All right, let's do it. Nope. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy. All right. Maybe tomorrow's another day. Okay. Let's turn the fan on. Oh, the switch must be broken. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine. Ooh, gross. You can turn the light off. All right, what happens when we click here? The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 2100. Okay, well, let's crawl in, I guess. We don't really have anything else we want to do at the moment. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then, sleep doesn't come. But I want to sleep. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Okay, why? Maybe it's the bed's fault? Alright, let's check the pillow. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Ugh. It smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease. Let's check the blanket. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax. Let's roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brainwaves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming. Oh, I think we're having a dream. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting image. That is us hanging from a disco ball. Yeah, we're gonna quick save here. Yeah, I would say a lucid dream.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Our wife's hand. You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
Are we getting our memory back?
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
No. Do we say that I left or do we say that I was left? Who did the leaving? Options 3 or 4. Did our poor hapless cop walk out the door, or did our wife walk out the door? I don't know which one. I don't know. Maybe let's go with I left.
Oh no, funky baby.
Yeah.
You stayed. It was the rest of it that left. While you just stood there with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go.
There's a
Tell
mental
me,
image.
where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me.
Well, who are you? The answer is probably you or me.
You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
This is like some apocalyptic self-loathing here, I gotta say. I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking, and the act is wearing thin too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
Stinky boy.
Oh, man. It's the way that sounded in my headphones was so unpleasant. All right, I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
His voice is grinding in my head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Gods, there's another type of hangover? Oh, God.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Oh, it's so good.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Cool. Very uplifting. Well, we got all of our health and morale back, so hey. And we have a thought from electrochemistry. Get going, buddy. Oh, right. Oh, right. They said Harry, didn't they? I totally missed that. Thank you for pointing that out. God, what the hell was that? Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. Well, what the hell is going on with me? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. I don't know if that's a good choice here. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. No. I'm not going to go looking for speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. I can do this without the speed. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. I do want to play this game as a complete junkie. I think it would be very entertaining, but yeah, not this time. All right, we have this thought that we acquired. Guillaume Le Mion. All right, well, you know what? I think that's a good place to call it for tonight. We got through day 1. What a crazy ride it's been so far. Both in and out of game. Let's go ahead and save real quick. Can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. Oh boy. I think more of the game should open up after day 2, so we still have a limited area we can poke around in today, but we have so many things to do on our task list. Like, the time is just gonna fly by, I think. You're drunk, Harry. Yeah. You're drunk, Harry. Yes. Indeed. Let me see if there's anybody we want to raid here tonight. I've been extremely inconsistent about raiding people, but that's okay. Do we even have enough people to do a raid, really? Possibly not, if we're being honest. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just call it there. I am gonna... Normally, this is where I say I will try to stream this weekend, but I'm getting the second vaccine this weekend, so I might be feeling like garbage and not feel up for streaming. So we'll see. We'll see. Yesterday, I randomly had the urge to stream Final Fantasy XIV, so maybe we'll do that before this weekend. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to continuing this game. I was really questioning myself if I wanted to continue streaming this, but I'm glad I persevered. I think I made the right choice. So we will continue to stay on brand with the Sean reading lore streams as far as those go. And yeah, we'll continue hopefully this weekend, and if not, next week. So yes, yeah, getting the second vaccine Saturday night, which I really, well, not night, but you know, like in the evening, like 6 something. So I'm hoping that I can sleep that evening. We'll see. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, Karen. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll be back sometime. That's about all I can promise. So yeah, have a great night. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. And I will be back before too long, hopefully. Have a great night, everybody. See ya.